Beloved, welcome back to the shop. One thing that I cannot abide is having a nice piece of equipment that isn't working properly. My skid steer here has got a bad battery, and the problem with this new modern equipment is the conveniences are nice. It's nice to have the backup camera and the engine management systems and all that, but anytime you get these electronics involved in these things, it's always just struggle after struggle. I would rather have less sensors than more sensors, but that's the world that we live in. So the battery is bad. I went down to Napa, I got a brand new one. The guy gave me the wrong one, of course, and so I'm gonna pull this one out. We're gonna go back down there and get the right battery and get this all sorted so we can stop throwing codes all over the information center. Mrs. W needs some supplies to get ready for the big struggling, or the tariff struggle. So since the roads are slippery and icy, I'm gonna take her and the Sweet Loaf down and we'll just make a trip in town. So we're gonna bring you along. Let's pull this battery and see where the day takes us. They call these things compact track loaders, and I'll tell you, my heart bleeds for any diesel techs that have to work on these things. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing they must absolutely detest working on them. You can't even get your arm in there. Here we have a battery way back in there, and a heavy battery, about 100-pounder, that's trapped in there with a switch. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, are you serious? You got to pull off all these cooling lines and drain the system to get the battery back? But then I realized how clever Cat was. This is removable. It's a little bit dark, but I think you can see in there. This is the master switch, and that's what keeps the battery, the battery from coming out. But look what they did. You can unbolt it. One of the most delightful things about working on Caterpillar equipment is you don't have to use the metric system. Now, I can't imagine why anyone would prefer the metric system over the good old imperial system. I mean, why would you base a measuring system on the number 10 in logic when you could base it on the king's foot or the width of a barley corn? Oh, now we have to get to the battery mounts that are way back in there. What do we got going on there? Solid brass nut. Caterpillar, man, they build things very, very well. I like how they do it. Everything is overbuilt, like super heavy duty, reasonably simple to work on, and just really feels like it's built to last. Quality, quality, quality. All right, hopefully this should come right out here through the aperture. Let's see, we're gonna have to take the battery cables off. That's gonna be interesting. Now, if that's still grounded, this thing, if I touch it on anything, it's gonna arc, but I can't get to the ground because it's way back there. God, the show's not over yet here. When I become a king, there's gonna be a rule that all industrial designers and engineers are gonna have to work in the field for no less than 18 months and to be subject to these little designs that they like to draw on their computers. There's not an inch to spare. I doubt this is in warranty. 620, so it's 5 years old. So we have 850 cold cranking amps, 12 volt. 140, I don't know what that is, 70 amp hours capacity at 20 hours. This is the one they gave me, which is completely wrong. Terminals are the wrong size, and it looks a lot bigger. It's too big, it would never even fit in there. So we'll swap that out. Hopefully they have it. We don't have to go to the cat store. Oh yeah, big difference. All right, let's go get the Mrs. W, and we'll head into town. I don't think there's anything else I need. I did get my grease, so thank you for reminding me. A couple of you guys asked for an update on the security system. So I've had it for some time now, and it is extraordinary. I added 4 cameras. So this is an alibi system. So this is a full pro commercial. You know, it's not going to be like, it's going to be a step above, you know, your Home Depot stuff is what you're going to see in like governments are going to use. So it's not super expensive, but it's very, very good quality. So I added a turret camera here, which I'll show you. So that's 4, and that gives me really good coverage. So all of this is kept in-house. So all the recording is on an NVR, a digital recorder that you can go back and reference it. And there's a lot of technology in the camera. So you can search by face and you can search by color. So that right there is the turret. So I have the turrets, and I have one of those, and then the other ones I have the traditional ones. And the only reason I didn't get the turrets because they weren't in stock. But if I had to choose between the two, the turrets are better. They're the exact same camera with all the same tech, but this one's just a whole lot more vulnerable, the way that it sticks out. I mean, still very excellent. Actually, to be honest, these cameras have better night vision performance than the turrets, is what I've been told. And I've noticed that as well. But this one, we couldn't really fit it. If I were to put a camera on this end, the snow would take it out. Like if I mounted this on the corner, it wouldn't last a winter. So having that turret mounted up underneath there, that protects it. So when the snow comes down, it's not a problem. So we got turrets on all the corners, or the traditional ones, and then the turret here. But a great system, and the app is excellent. So I can, whenever we're away, I can just access it online from my phone. It's a closed system, so I have a backup NVR. I can go back and reference it that just records loops on the hard drive. So very excellent, really good night vision. It really gives you a peace of mind when you're away from home or just in your house and you hear something. I'll just pull out my phone, open the app, and I can see, oh, the UPS guy's here or whatever. But so far, this is an excellent system and just really easy to use. Well, hello there, Lucy Lou. How you doing, old girl? Hello, sweet loaf. Are you ladies ready to go to town?
Oh, I'm not quite ready.
Yeah, I think it's time. I'm all loaded up.
Well, I need to brush my teeth and finish this craft.
All right, you want to rattle Mama's cage?
She's gonna do it.
Yep, I'm ready when you are. It was labor of Hercules getting that battery out of that skid steer.
Do you want to call ahead and make sure that they pull the right mouse is ready for you?
They need to see it.
Okay.
We have to match it up. If not, we might have to go to Cat.
I'm trying to make the longest pipe cleaner in the world.
Yeah?
So what I'm doing is I'm making this craft. So
Well, I would say that
I'm trying
making
to
the
make
longest pipe cleaner in the world is more important than going to the town to get batteries, right?
Yes, because it's the most important craft that I have.
Hello there.
Hello.
How are we doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, Depending on what battery they are, it varies.
I got the wrong battery.
Okay. So we need a post top.
I already ordered it from Cat. It's kind of a special one, a little bit of an oddball. So we got that battery returned. I'm not going to fool around with getting a third-party battery. I'm going to go over to Cat. It's only 25 minutes from here. They've got the proper one, the OEM. I know it'll fit. I know it's going to be good quality, so we'll go grab that one. And I dropped off Mrs. W. She's grabbing some groceries and going to the library, and then we'll pick them back up and head home and put it back in. There's your business idea, gentlemen. Truck and a trailer, making it happen. Are Cat batteries cut above maybe what you get at Napa?
Yeah,
typically.
They're built to handle vibration because
Oh,
when they build them, East Penn Manufacturing, big battery manufacturer back east, they put them together. Before they put the top plate on with all those plates that go into the cells, they pour epoxy in the bottom.
They're potted then.
Yeah, and then they put them together, let that set up, and then they put the electrolyte in there, so they take the vibration a lot better.
I did not know that. That's good to know.
Yeah. Do have them, so.
Perfect. All right. I'm guessing you heard what the guy said about the Cat batteries. I did not know that. Caterpillar batteries are built to a higher standard than maybe the ones we get at Napa. The plates are epoxied or potted to deal with extreme vibration. He was telling me that a lot of guys put these in their pickups. This is the standard. This has been in Ford for a long time that receives the clip this shape. But that's good to know. It was cheaper than Napa, and I think it's probably a better battery. 4-year warranty, 2-year replacement. For the additional 2 years after that is prorated, so a total of 4 years. But 70 amp hours. Well, we got the 850 cold cranking amps, so a little bit smaller than the other one, but this one will fit in there. So let's get it installed. Actually, before we put that in, let's clean this. We don't want to have any trouble. This is actually a dealer option to have this is the old Cat key, I believe, a complete battery disconnect. So I'm going to get the habit in the future when I'm done running the machine for any length of time, I'm going to just shut this off so I don't have any phantom power draws running that battery down. But these terminals are all grubby. So let's clean this up. Now's the time. You don't want to have problems when you're in a snowstorm. What is that? Don't tell me that's the metric system. 3 sockets you need to do this job. Oh, here we go. Brass nuts, man. You don't see that every day. That's just exactly what I see on Cat. It's always, everything's always so nice. Actually, I'm gonna go get my air gun or compressor and blow that off a little bit. That's a really nice heavy-duty switch, isn't it? Actually, I think we want to put that tender. I guess I'll put it on the strap side. I like to put these tender pigtails on. Oof, almost lost it. So we can just easily plug it in without dealing with those alligator clips. It got chewed up a little bit. I think that will work a little bit better. I can't get that quite as tight as I'd like with that electric ratchet. Okay, excellent. All right, so that's installed. Let's put our switch back. couple zip ties for that cable, and that should be it. Battery theft out of heavy equipment is pretty common. It's actually happened to me before. I showed up, I had a Hitachi 120, showed up to work and both my big deep batteries were stolen out of it. And of course, it always happens at a time when you can't afford to replace them. But I don't suspect anyone's going to be stealing this battery anytime soon. This is a pretty good job, just R&Ring. That's good. I'll hold that cable up there, keep it from chafing. Smart. That's what thing you see with these companies that have been making things for so long. You know, they just have learned so much that goes into new machines that it's just, you have to learn it the hard way. All right, let's put the tender on. Let that charge a little bit before we start it. Man, a lot of tools. That's a lot of tools out to do such a small job, goodness. These are all the tools that it took to do that. Our women be thinking we exaggerate when we're always buying tools of how much we need, but that's what it took. That's literally what it took. So my goodness, hats off to the dudes that work on these compact loaders, man. Salute. Oh, goodness. What if you have to get back in there? Good grief. Can you imagine pulling the engine on this thing? Oh, God forbid. Can someone please explain to me, why is it the universal off and on is an O and a slash? That makes no sense to me. You think we could find something more intuitive? Even now, I don't really know which one is this. Is the O for on or off? I'm guessing, I think that's O is off, isn't it? Yeah, let's go see if it lights up. All right, 12.1 volts. Now we were throwing alarms before because we were down below 12 volts. So even though the battery's not charged, it's in better shape. So that should put, we'll find out here in 30 seconds, but that should put an end to all of those voltage problems. Well, gentlemen, that's about all I have for you today. Hit that thumbs up. There's not everyone that can make a 20-minute video on a 10-minute job. It's a gift, I know. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.